Hi, everybody, and welcome to Cavaliers Corner. Mick Morano with you, and of course, the head coach of the Walsh University Cavaliers men's team, Jeff Young. And Jeff, thanks for stopping by. We'll chat and update us on the season so far. And it just seems like, in adding to this, but it seems like this is your type of team that you like coaching. You've got a couple of veterans that you can rely on. You got a couple of juniors in there that are contributing, and then you got a host of young kids that you're going to bring up and keep the program going. How has it been so far this season up to this point?
Yeah, I'd agree with that, Mick. We do have a nice mix of kids. I think we have played more young kids this year than we have in any year prior to this year. So that's been a little bit different. But when you got two guys like Trey and Zach that are having tremendous years, it certainly should help, and I think it has helped our young kids develop.
You know, they've played very well in pretty much all aspects of the game. Is there a part of the game, the team's game, that is surprisingly they've played well where you didn't expect it?
Well, I knew that our young kids would have to play a important role for us, and I think they've done a pretty good job. Obviously, we knew what we had in Trey and Zach. They've kind of proven themselves through the course of their first 3 years here. I'm thinking back, I don't know if we've ever had anybody in the history of our program, even before I got here, go on a 3-game stretch like Zach has. I think he was 34, 34, 37, and he's shooting such a high percentage too, and a lot of those are very difficult shots. And that's part of his game. He takes hard ones, but he makes those. And again, him and Trey have just done a great job so far this year.
They really have. And you've really gotten a boost. And I haven't seen this kid play since coming aboard here last year, I think maybe a couple of minutes. But I didn't realize the impact that Connor Keck has made, where he's now starting to get healthy. It's still going to take him a while, but he's been just unbelievable.
Yeah, no doubt, Mick. And I think the team went through, a period where, we all felt a little bit of a downer when we knew he wasn't going to be able to play right away, because he was doing all our preseason stuff, and even the coaches and the players like, wow, he's really could do some things that we haven't been able to see in our 5-man. And we were looking, we had our rotation, we knew who was going to be playing, and all of a sudden he goes down again. And I think that really hurt the guys initially, and it took us some time to adjust, with a new 5-man in there. And I still think Connor's maybe at 50-60%.
Yeah.
He's still knocking the rust off. He really hasn't played a lot of basketball in 2 years. So to do what he's been able to do so far since he's been back is really pretty remarkable.
He kind of gives a little jab with Will and Andy Burnett and Will Parker, of course. They've got to play well to get into that rotation.
No doubt. And, Connor can do some things that those guys can't do. He can step out and shoot it. He's extremely athletic and long, and he just kind of brings a whole skill set to the game that I think Will and Andy are more with their back to the basket, and they're more comfortable down around the block, where Connor can kind of space you and step out and shoot the 3-ball. As
you look at the team, the rotation-wise, you've got some of the young kids coming in and really contributing. Chandler Vaudrin playing well. Jamil Moore has done fantastic, and then also now Connor West. So it's an ongoing thing, isn't it, with the rotation, putting guys in there that you think that are going to help at a specific part of the ball game.
No doubt, and I think more so than any other year I've been the head coach, our rotation or our starters or whatever it may be has changed a little more than what I usually like. But when you have young guys that continue to get better, they're going to get more and more minutes. So the progression has been good. We've been happy with their progress, and I think they'll continue to get more and more minutes.
2 huge victories. These last 2 were just terrific right at the end of the game. The team has been able to play very well under pressure. You've got some pressure now as we come down the stretch with about 6 weeks to go.
Mm-hmm.
What does this team need to do and need to improve on to get us into the playoffs?
Well, I thought he started with a couple games, and I think we were right there with Wayne State. At the time, they were undefeated in the league, I believe 6-0.
Right.
We knew it was going to be a battle. They kind of slow you down and do a great job in the half court, guarding you. And it was one of those games for Trey. He was getting some good looks, just couldn't get him to finish. I thought he was getting bumped a little bit and got some no calls. And Trey ends up going 0 for 13, and we're still right there down the stretch. So that's one that obviously would have liked to have gotten, but for those guys to bounce back and play extremely well against Saginaw Valley 2 days later, who was ranked 6th in the country at the time. I really felt our backs were against the wall. We couldn't afford to lose 2 at home and drop back maybe 3 games to Findlay. So great bounce back win for us, and then we had a little bit of a breakdown with the league. We went down to Ohio Valley and didn't play that well. Zach didn't play, and we weren't as sharp as I had hoped we would be, but nonetheless got the win, and then turned around and I thought we played a really good first half against Lake Erie, especially defensively. And I think we got a little tired in the second half, didn't do as good a job of defending. And you mentioned some things we need to do as we come down the stretch, and certainly our defense needs to get shored up a little bit.
Congratulations, too, on your 300th victory that you got as head coach here, which ranks 12th all-time, tied with Jerry Tarkanian, which is a feather in your cap. But just continued success here. You've just been an awesome player and an awesome coach here, and we'll see you in the playoffs.
Well, I thank you, Mick. Thanks for having us. We'll hopefully keep this thing going.
Jeff Young, head coach of the Walsh University men's Cavaliers, and this has been Cavaliers Corner with Mick Morano.